going to put one arm across our chest and the other one's going to come in front. We're going to stretch out the forearm. And switch. Then we're going to put one hand behind our head. We're going to push down on our elbow. And switch. Then we're going to spread our legs apart. We're going to reach up and go to one side. And we're going to come back up and switch. And we're going to come up to the middle. We're going to go down. If you can touch the ground, try to move your hands, go backwards and reach behind you. Alright, we're going to sit down. We're going to do butterflies. We're going to pull our legs in close. Push down on our knees. Then we're going to stick one leg out. We're going to reach. Make sure your knee is nice and straight. And switch. Then we're going to stick one leg out in front of us. The other is going to go over. We're going to do our Hollywoods. And switch. Okay, so we're going to put one leg behind us, and the one in front of us is going to be bent. One behind us is going to be straight. We're going to lean forward. And then we're going to switch. Now we're going to stand up. We're going to take one leg, we're going to come up. And switch. Okay, then we're going to put both hands behind our back. And we're going to grab our hands together if we can. And switch. We're going to do head circles, so we're going to start one way. Then switch. Go the other direction. Okay, and we're going to do arm circles. And we're going to stick our hands out and we're going to go forward. And then we're going to go backwards. Okay, and now we're going to do our knee circles. Go out. Again. And we're going to switch.
Orange belt curriculum. Writing stance, wedging block, separating block, twin forearm block, double arm block, strikes, roundhouse, thumb knuckle, spear hand high, middle, low, palm heel, high, middle, low. Fighting stance, jump over the creek roundhouse. Back leg does our jump, roundhouse kick. Again, jump, kick. Back kick, front leg's our kicking leg. Look over your shoulder and kick. Front leg's a kicking leg, look over your shoulder and kick. Stances for orange belt. Sumo stance. It's a wide riding stance with your toes pointed outward and from the side. And the other side. Hook stance. Back leg comes up and hooks around the knee. And from the side, hook. Twisted stance. Front stance, and we're twisting to the side. Crossed stance. It's like an X stance, but only the front foot is fully planted. Your back foot heel is up, only the ball is planted. Okay, we're going to talk about some of our strikes and kicks and techniques through this in a little bit of detail. The first one's going to be Archand. So the Archand is a U shape and it's made to strike like the throat. So the Archand just strikes and stays. The difference between that and your eagle claw, they both start out as an Archand strike. On the eagle claw, we're going to grab and pull. So we strike, close your fingers, grab, and pull back. You're going to stretch this. You're probably not going to rip anything out unless you got long, sharp nails. But that's a killing strike. The Archand is a killing strike also. So we need to be aware of the strikes and the damage we can do with them. So continuing on our pressure points, we're going to go right to the next one, which is infraorbital. It is right here under the nose. You can do a lot of things, but we're going to take our hand, more of a ridge hand, and apply pressure inward at a 45-degree angle. You can do it if they're sitting down. Just put your hand at the back of their head if they're sitting down. Do this and guarantee they'll get right up for you. The next one is sublingual. Well, lingual is Latin for language or tongue. So this is under the tongue. You can do it with 2 fingers on each side and just apply pressure and they come back. You can also lift them right up off the ground that way too. And our next one is suprascapula. That is this muscle that runs right here on the back. It's kind of the Vulcan neck pinch from Star Trek. I get points for getting that in there. So we're going to do the C clamp, and you can take them down this way. That's the next 3 of the pressure points. Continuing with pressure points, we have 2 new ones today. The first one is the clavicle notch, or the throat notch. So you have your collarbones that come here right at the throat, and there's this little soft spot there. So you can use it to move someone back. Or if you're in a bear hug, arms trapped, you can work one hand up and push them back. If they aren't doing what you want, what you do is you push back, wrap your fingers down, and rub on the inside of the breastbone. They will move for sure at that time. Like that. Yeah. Okay, our next one is the accessory nerve, or we like to call this the funnel. So you have your suprascapulas right here. We're going to strike right at the joint of the neck to your shoulders. We're going to come up. This is going to make their legs collapse, and if we do it hard enough, total reset gives you about a minute to run away screaming. So we come up and down. Pressure point section. We have the upper perineal, and it is, here's our waist, and here's our knee. We're going to come right in between. This muscle's going to bulge right here, and it should be right about there. Is that it? Mm-hmm. Okay. This one here, Watch his hips as we strike his knee here, if it'll show. See how it's bending, see how it's collapsing. If we were to hit that hard, or palm heel, either one, that's going to cause the leg to collapse for a few moments. The other one is the lower perineal, and here's our ankle, here's our knee. We see the nice calf coming right down here. It's going to be right about there. Yep, there it is. So, again, here's our knee, here's our ankle. You have the, turn this sideways here. We have our calf coming right down here. Ankle, knee, here's the calf. We're going to come right at its bulge here on the back and strike right there. So, upper perineal, lower perineal. These can be done, I see these used if we're fighting. We can do it with a kick. It's not very precise. Let's say he struck at me some way with this. We can strike. The lower one, I see this more in two different applications. I'm in a bad position and I'm down here for some reason, and I'm going to strike. The other one is, let's switch for a minute, put this as your back leg. The kick comes and I catch and I strike. Okay? So there's two more pressure points for your arsenal. Pressure points in this section is 3. We have the upper femoral, which is right about here. This is the one that we have self-defense where we strike here, 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 and here. This can be used other ways. So here's our waist, here's our knee. It's on the inside of the leg right about there. See that twitch? That means you're there. Yep. This is also a very main artery that runs through. If this is cut, it's bad news. We're going to come down the leg, staying on the inside. And here is the lower femoral. And here's our knee. It's going to be right about there. Yep, felt it twitch. Right about there. So this can be a good hammer fist. We're on the ground. Things aren't going very well. We have 3 strikes. He's thrown me down. I'm here. So I have 3 main points I can go for. Crotch. Probably mine. But if for some reason maybe he's twisted his body, well, that's no good. That's even a better target. But here's the upper femoral and the lower femoral. We're going to come on down. And the last one is the tibial. So here's our inside of the leg coming right down. Here's the calf muscle. Go right up above the calf muscle, and it's right there. That can be struck, probably. Grabbing, not so much. Those are big, beefy leg muscles. So we're going to strike them hard. Hammer fist. You can do a crane beak, and that works too. So there's 3 more for you, and we're getting close to being done. So that concludes all the pressure points on the first section of nerve control and pressure points. Pick out your favorites, the ones you see you using the most, and practice those. Can you practice all of them? Certainly. The other thing is, as we are doing our strikes and preparing for our brown and black belt testing, keep thinking when we're doing our strikes, finishing and whatever, so the punch comes and here it is. Where are we going to strike? Is it just to the face? Or are we going to strike to a pressure point and then finish it off? Keep these in mind and utilize the pressure points. Here's the 18 seizing hands, all punishing Zach.
Starting with thumb lock.
Again, this is at the webbing, down.
And then moving on to chin off, finger lock down.
Drop them into the webbing, 2 fingers on their knuckles, take them down.
Chin off, finger carriage.
Bring them up, thumb at their knuckles, grab the fingers, hold, bring their heels up.
Wipe board.
Turn and push down.
Monk carries the log.
And break.
Old man carries the basket.
bicep takedown.
Monk teeters log on rock. Monk leans on the log.
Drunken master.
Monk smells the flowers.
Two thumbs wrist lock.
Rising sun.
Untwist. Grab the fingers like we're shaking hands.
Old man comes out of the cave.
Drop down. Against.
Dragon holds a pearl. Monk chops the log. White snake spits the venom.
Snake around. Strike the pressure point.
Lion sees self in water.
Pull the elbow. Push the hand.
Five animal form. Tiger dragon into hiding. Black tiger claw method. Single tiger comes out of the cave. White snake spits its poison. Coiling snake. Piercing venom. White crane spreads its wings. Reincarnation of the fulfilled crane. Scoop the fish from the sea.
Okay, we're going to start practicing our karate with, I have paper balls. We can use Nerf balls or anything like this. All I did was take paper up, wad it up. We're going to practice with our curriculum. We're going to start out with some of our white belt blocks and stuff. So, side block. We'll throw the, and there we go. Bad throw. And front block. And middle punch. And kicks. First one's thrust kick. And crescent kick. So go ahead and try it with all of your curriculum. Make it a lot of fun. Have one of your parents, brothers or sisters or somebody throw the balls for you. Maybe you get to throw them back, see how well they do. Now for rolling, we're going to start with the front roll. The front roll is not a somersault. Somersault comes straight down the back. The front roll or the shoulder roll comes from one shoulder to the other hip. Okay, from the shoulder to the hip. This is what's on the mat. So you're going to kneel down, put your hand down on the mat, tuck your head, reach under like you're reaching for your hip or your back, and then you're going to roll. Okay, again, kneel, hand down, tuck, head, reach through, and then roll. Okay, once we've mastered that, we can do it from a standing. You see the tuck, the grab under, or taking our shoulder down? Very good. Nicely done. Okay. The next stage of the shoulder roll is we're going to do it from standing. We're going to do the shoulder roll and come up to a fighting stance. Hopefully your mat's not moving. Let me come stand on one. And I'll be in the back corner. And here we go. There we go. Next one up on the falls is front fall. So what you're going to do is go to a kneeling position. And from here, tuck and turn your head to the side. And the hands come up and we fall forward. Okay. See his head? His head is not touching the mat. Come back up, Sensei Zach. Again, tuck and twist your head, tuck, arms out. There you go. What this is for is, you see it in the movies all the time. I'm not going to throw him against the wall, but something's happened. We've hit him a couple times. He's a little groggy, and we're going to do the wall slam. Okay? This is the wall slam, or It can be from a front reap. I'm not going to do this right now, but we're here, and I'm going to reap him here. He's going to go down. That's the front fall. Color belt homework. What is the difference between a virus, a parasite, and a bacteria? Let's start learning a little bit about what's going on in the world right now.